I'm going to tell you my best joke. Are you ready? Now, the reason it's my best joke is because it's got a hidden punchline. It's as if you was a gay blind fella. You ain't going to see it coming. It's my best joke. I didn't say it's my funniest, but it's my best delivered, this coming up one. Here's what we got going on in America, okay? We got like 20,000 violent gun murders a year. 80% of them are black on black. We got 350 million people and 400 million guns. And I honestly believe we ain't never going to be able to fix the gun violence problem in America because, number one, frankly, it is unconstitutional, okay? And immoral, and I cannot stress that enough for this joke, unconstitutional and immoral to get rid of black people. Don't bullshit me, you did not see that coming. And I'm not a fool, I don't just do these jokes in front of white people. I know to test it. I tested that joke in front of the most left-leaning city in America, Seattle, Washington, in front of an all-black audience. And guess what? They laughed their titties off. So if you in here and you ain't laughing, you just being a sissy bitch. Got this beard. I love this beard. Before I had this beard, I had a handlebar mustache. Loved it. My missus was not a fan at the time. She gave me an ultimatum, said to me, Jimmy, until you shave that, I ain't gonna shave down there. But joke was on her, because after 6 months, we was both looking like 70s porn stars. I had a woman tell me that this was an uncommon beard. I mean, you can maybe not like it, but don't tell me it's uncommon. Most common beard in the world. Muslims, Jews, Amish, every time you have ever seen a garden gnome. That's what the shit looks like. So my barber is a Jewish fella, right? And I had gone to see him. He got the same beard. First of all, he kept getting my accent confused because he hears the accent, and sometimes people get confused with this, and that son of a bitch kept calling me the C word, Canadian. So that was upsetting, but I said to him, we had formed a bit of rapport, and I said to him, and I'm pointing to it, I said, Ravi, we got something in common. And he was like, oh, you also hate the Muslims. I went, Jesus Christ, man, apparently we got two things in common. You should not laugh at that one. Could start a race war or something. When I was touring around America, I had this panel van, a 1990 G20 Chevy van. I loved it. If you had looked on my social media, you will see pictures of it. When I first got it, it was poo brown. And I said to my missus, I'm going to paint it white and put my logos all over it. And she said, why? I said, so that everybody knows that lives near us that their local comedian is probably also a pedophile. But before I painted it white, it was brown. And my neighbors come running over the one time, and these two women are going, oh my God, we're so sorry, we live in a bad neighborhood. Somebody has destroyed your van. You got to come out and see. And I go out there, and I'm thinking broken windows, no broken windows. They go, you got to come around this side. I get around the other side, and clearly what had been used was a big paintbrush, and it says on the side in big letters, free candy. Spelled with a K, which is pretty bad. Not as bad as if it was a van down in like the southern part of America. They would have spelled it with 3 Ks. So I start laughing hysterically, and these women are going, why do you think it's so funny that some dickhead did that to your van? And I said, because I'm the dickhead. Thought it would be hilarious. So it was hilarious to me. I go to pick up my daughter from high school on the Thursday, and my wife gets a call from Amanda in administration saying, Jimmy cannot have that van on school property. There are young women on this campus. My wife hangs up the phone. I said, there's a bunch of bullshit. This is America. It's freedom of speech. I will drive my van where I want to drive my van. So on the following Tuesday, I went to pick up my daughter. Amanda comes out of the office and says, Jimmy, you cannot have that van on school property. I said, Amanda, can I be honest? She said, yes, be honest. I said, honestly, I am just here to grab a couple of kids. I was like, I know you don't like most of them. Pick two and you'll never see me again. I don't know if Gareth had talked about this in his set, but he would talk sometimes about back in the 90s when it came to pornography, and the young guys don't know this. It wasn't like you could just have it on your computer. You had to go to the VHS store and get a VHS tape. And what I always loved about the porn from like the 90s is they always had the best names. Some of my favorites, Batman and Throbbing, Rumple Foreskin. I mean, these days I just want to see one called Debbie Does the Dishes. Worst one I ever found was called Martin and Lori's Porno, which is terrible because that's the name of my parents. And the most embarrassing part of that one is I did terrible camera work. It's very difficult to hold those big camcorders with your opposite hand. What? American Pie 2. People have seen that movie, haven't they, right? Now, in American Pie 1, the guy's having sex with the pie. But in American Pie 2, there's this part where the guys say to the girls, we want you to make out. And the girls say, we'll do it if you do it first. So in real life, when I had been with my missus for a couple years, and my friend Todd had been with his missus for a couple years, we've been drinking, and Todd says to the women, we want you two to go down on one another. And his missus goes, we'll do it if you do it first. And he looked at me and went, I'll take one for the team. I went, the hell you will. Not on my watch, Todd. So I closed my eyes.